can I know about the legal? About the legal? Okay.
Usually, yes. The next step I was going to mention is we Zoom with a lawyer. So the legal is very consists of several different categories. One is the property. So the legal side on the property is a few things. One is whether the property qualifies for the golden visa. And that is a sort of a license from the municipal council to say that they can change the use from commercial to residential. Because for the golden visa, it needs to be converted from commercial to residential. That's the first part of the legal. The next part of the legal that the lawyer will do is they look at the developer as a whole and they look at the title. The title needs to be owned unencumbered because when it passes on to you, it needs to be unencumbered. The third part of the legal is that when you purchase the property, it gets transacted in front of an independent notary. And the independent notary then is the broker, I suppose, between the property, between you and also the lawyer and also the developer to make sure that that it transfers directly to you and is in your name. And that it's part of the golden document is part of the golden visa. The title is freehold. Yeah, it's freehold. So there's no like UK or whatever where it's 99 years leasehold or it's freehold. So that's why I really feel that it is a great program because you buy a property in a historical area and the property is freehold, right? And you also then kind of limit your risk on the investment already. That apart from that, you are then getting a golden visa as a cherry on the pie. Actually, I'm more focused on the investment to make sure that you get an investment, a good investment. So one, is it golden visa friendly? Yes, lawyer checks. Two, it's unencumbered. Yes, lawyer checks. Three is the transfer of the property into your name, independent notary checks. And then, of course, you can get the title. Lawyer will also check if the title is freehold. They are all freehold. And only there's some farmland and stuff that are leasehold. Okay? So that's the first part of the legal, and that's the property. The next part of the legal is and then there's, suppose the process. The lawyer does the transaction for you with a power of attorney. This power of attorney is you need to get an apostille for it and all that. Don't worry, Georgina will take you through. So you are allowing the lawyer to do the property transaction for you and also applying for the golden visa for you. And then, so that's the property. And then that's the golden visa application. So the legal side on the golden visa application is quite straightforward because it's a golden visa by investment. So all it needs is property titles. You want the property title to know you own the property. The government also wants to see the property title so that they know you own the property and that you've transacted properly. That's the document we need. The rest is just your passport, actually, and very straightforward. Yeah. Then the lawyer does a few things. They help you open your bank account. They help you transact. They help you apply for the golden visa. The first document you get back from the golden visa or from the immigration department is almost like a letter. It's called a blue letter, but it's a white letter. But it is almost like a permit that allows you then to travel to Greece. Okay, so then you go to Greece about maybe 6 months later, depending on which office we apply, because they're busy and they have like 9,000 applicants last year. So it will take about 6 months to about a year that you get called for your biometrics. Then after the biometrics, you get your golden visa card. So yeah, so I hope in the long run, there's the policy side, the golden visa transaction, and the lawyer covers it all under a power of attorney, which actually they explain all this. And they charge for the property transaction 1% plus VAT. And for the golden visa application, 1,000 per year. Has VAT for business.
Can one more? Yeah. If we invest in the property, Yeah. Can you help for the rent of other people in your country?
Rent for, sorry?
If you invest in your property, yes. Can you help other people to rent or have?
Yes. So the way I would have to worry about the rental, yes. So in all the properties that we recommend, I've been selling properties for 15 years, from Malaysian properties to Australian properties to UK properties, which we still do, and now European properties that qualify for the golden visa. So we want to make it as automatic as possible for you. And so we actually let you, or we want to put in place an A to Z solution, right? And that's why this developer is so precious, because they actually give a rental guarantee. So, and the rental guarantee starts from when the property is complete. Actually, there's a date in the sales and purchase agreement, so it starts from that date, whether or not it's complete. So we want to ensure that you have no headache, that your monthly rental comes, and that you start. So this is all contractual with them. They are the largest developer in Greece, so I trust that they will, give you your rental guarantee and help you rent out. So the agreement is between you and them, and so they are your tenant. And then they go and almost like sublease it out to other tenants. So the tenants in these properties could likely be, for Kitseli, it'll be like a young doctor, young nurse, teacher around the area, because there's several schools, and the young professionals who work in the center of the city, because it's just 3 train stops into the center of the city. So they would find tenants like this. And they already have a database of tenants. Being the largest developer, they have agents that work for them, and they have already a list of people looking for property. In Athens, property for rental is hot. The moment you list a property, you get lots of people inquire, because that's not enough. And that's why the golden visa exists. And that's why we have a small window. The government's giving us a small window to assist them to build more housing within the city, actually. It can be anywhere, but I suppose most of us want to invest in the city, so it's within the city. And the other one in Novus, the likely tenant is would be I think because it's near Kolonaki, so young people who used to live with their parents and then now they want to move out, and sort of have a life on their own. Because it's that our area is high net worth, so there would be basically high net worth, more educated bunch there. So both has great rental potential, and but regardless of that, developer giving a rental guarantee. So I think it would be sort of beneficial. It's beneficial that we take the rental guarantee. It's optional. Oh, yeah, 4% for 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. Okay, then you ask me what happens after 5 years. It can be renewed, and we will assist you because we take you through in the long run. We will see the condition of the market. If everything doesn't change, like the economy and all that, no COVID, no anything, the market should be improved by then, right? If the property prices will increase, then we negotiate with them. Okay, the value of our property is now today like this. Can we get a 4% on the new value of the property? That would be the likely conversation that we have. And believe me, I negotiate with developers all the time and try and solve your problems all the time. So I will go back to them and say 5%, something like that, right? So it's good that you don't lock yourself in for 10 years as well, because you're also betting on the possibility that your property will be worth more. And it's in Athens City, it should be worth more by the next 5 years.
So what happens if after 5 years, can you sell the property or can we sell the property?
You can. So when you want to renew the golden visa 5 years later, we need to prove that you own a property in this same category. All right? So my strategy would be you do need to hold a property for 5 years at least to see any significant benefit, capital appreciation and all that. So you hold it for 5 years. after you renew your golden visa for the next 5 years, yes, we will probably ask you, do you want to sell it? But you have to buy something else again before you renew the next 5 years in the same category, which is properties converted from commercial to residential. So hopefully by then we would have made some money on that, and then you can withdraw that money and buy something else for 250,000 or so, or so. So something like that. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can sort of transact, and they would encourage it because they want everyone also to benefit from it, and for the property market to increase.
Ada lagi? Lo Karibu? Ada pertanyaan? Oh, ada. Tesya.
I just want to ask about the 4% net income from the rental. Is it the net after tax or only net after the cost? That's the
So, good question. It is net net before tax. So it's after cost before tax. Okay, so all you have to do is pay 15% tax on it. And there are deductibles. So there are certain deductibles the accountant will take you through. So you just pay a small, like €200 accounting fee, and then they take you through some deductibles.
10% it is, but it could be reduced to some way.
So you'll end up paying about 10%.
Any other questions? Are we here? Are we going to be around? No problem.
Is there any inheritance tax?
So, based on the current law, any, let's say, any scale you have, it has to have up to 800,000 worth of value. If it's inherited directly to your things, let's say, it's not tax. So, based on the current law.
So up to 800,000 and above 800,000, or is that? I'm not sure. So.
I can have a copy on the player. Yes.
So we'll PDF this, and then Georgina will send you a copy of the presentation. We're here. Well, we're still here, and we're here tonight and tomorrow. If you want to still meet us sometime in the morning to discuss or to look at any of the properties. These properties change, so because there's 6 units in one and then 16 units in the other. So the next time we meet might be a different property. And one of the things, the property prices are increasing. So that's the other thing. So if you're keen on this and the Greece Golden Visa, I really think that one of these properties are good. Property prices are increasing because I think the developers are also struggling to buy commercial buildings that they can convert to sort of Golden Visa friendly properties, because all the owners now know it's been 1 year that I can sell my property for higher because you're going to build Golden Visa eligible properties.
And also there are not many. For example, there's a huge sparsity of buildings, as you can understand, because these need to be, commercial, they need to be idle for some time. So it's a very, very niche asset category that can be converted and be eligible. So for that reason, there's a huge scarcity in product, and at the same time, big demand. It's a pretty much economy fundamentals. The price would be right here.
What we have invested, say, for instance, for the 400,000, and then 5 years later, if we sell the property, would we?
Yeah, so based on my experience, and I do look at the price per square meters, all that of these properties. And I always tell developers, right, I will only promote your property if your price per square meter is reasonable, right? If you show me something that is worth, I don't know, 6,000 per square meter and you price it at 11,000 per square meter or something happened before, then I can't bring myself to talk about the property, right? So that's my job in a way. So we talk about lawyer's job, developer's job. I want to make sure that you're buying a property which is in a good location, central area where people are working, people are living, people are renting, will buy, and that you would make capital appreciation on it. Though my estimation is maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, there will be a lot of capital appreciation. And this is typical for new properties anywhere around the world, okay? Because there is construction costs and things like that. And construction costs is going up, right? That's anywhere around the world. But I think in the 5th year, certainly you would need some capital appreciation. And certainly in 10 years, you would make significant capital appreciation. The good thing about Greece is that there's no capital gains tax. So, you make Australia's 32%, UK 30-something%. So there's no capital gains tax. And so you would benefit from any kind of increase in the value at all. But to be sort of, realistic, 2 to 3 years, you won't see much capital appreciation. If you want to sell 2 to 3 years, I will tell you that's the price, which is the price you bought it for, right? But in the 5 years, we will try our best to take it through to at least get some kind of capital appreciation and assist you with that. We're here in the long run. Of course, I want to help you see you make money from your property and benefit from it. And that's just from the property angle. I think the Goldie visa is like additional, the Charya-Gapa. Current capital appreciation in Athens is about 6 to 7% per annum.
I have several other questions. The question is that the rate stock property, or should we wait until it is from the commercial as this after we pay the?
No, it's already converted. That's one of the things that needs to happen.
Yeah, it's already stock property.
Already converted from commercial to residential.
So there's possibility for conversion. It's for a developer to get it through. Okay, so you are basically buying a residential property at the end of the day. Now, if we go into more detail about our projects, half of them are already licensed and start construction, and some of them are under licensing stage to date. I don't know if that's your question or in general, the theory. The theory is that in practice you're getting a residential property ready, okay. Practically, based on our projects today, half of them are licensed, half of them are under license fit. Make sense? You seem a bit fresh.
We invest properly, and then we invest now cost capital 150,000 euro, and that is that we can we then get the then part come a month after that, or
Your rental will start upon completion of the property. So it's not dependent on the licensing, it's dependent on the completion of the property. Okay? It's starting exactly 1 month after the agreed completion. Now, that is not affecting, the completion is not affecting your residency though. Once you pay the full amount, once there's a notarial contract in place signed by both sides and the title deed is transferred to your name, you can start with the application. So the residency and your golden visa can arrive earlier than the completion of the project. The rental will stop once the property is completed, because I think this is the new stuff.
There is time when he
so there is time when we get new income from the investment. Do you mean that? How long is?
A good question. So, theoretically, there could be some time until the rent starts from the time you pay all the amount. But this is where we come as a developer, and we provide you with the flexibility to pay with a payment plan. So you have that option if you want to have a, let's say, more risk-free journey. Pay with a payment plan until completion. Okay, so you don't need to pay all the money up front necessarily. You can pay a 10% down payment. This is what is needed to book the property by the law and by us to formally book him. Okay, sign the MOU agreement, which is a private agreement between us, submitted to the government and overseen by the authorities to formalize and start the procedure of the golden visa. But then you can pay with installments until the completion. Again, so it's not necessarily that you pay all the amount up front and you wait 6 to 12 months, for example, which is the completion of this project, like you saw today. You can pay up to the completion. It creates a bit, I would say, more risk-free journey. But just to clarify and be fully transparent, your application can be submitted only when the property is fully paid. So only if you submit the full 250,000 euro amount, only then you can start with the application.
Getting the application. What about the rental income?
The rental income once the property will be. Right.
We make possible.
Pay now not the total amount of the property, but only the 10%. And then let's say that the completed of the building will be 3 months after that. So during the 3 months, we get no income from the and then after we pay the installment after the 10%, and then every month we pay the installment, and then after 2 months we get the property and we get the ownership, and then we can but we cannot apply to the for the golden visa before we complete all the payment. But if we after the 3 months, because the building is ready and it's ready for the rental, and then we get will we get the income from the rental?
Correct. 1 month after the completion of the project, your rent starts.
Okay. And then 3 months after the completion of the project, we start to completing the payment. Thus, at that time, we will get the golden visa. We can apply for the golden visa. Okay. So during the 10 months after completion and then we pay the full payment, we still enjoy the rental income. Okay.
And just to clarify, okay, we know this before in the presentation, but just to be clear, the rental will start after the agreed completion. So, for example, if the project for any reason is delayed 1 to 2 months for the completion and takes 5 months in your example, instead of 3 months, the rental will start on the 4th month anyway, regardless of the actual completion. This is clear? So let's say we have an example. We have project A. Project A finishes in 3 months. All right. If we agree today, you pay 10% deposit, there's a contract in place. This contract says finish completion November of 2025. The rent, regardless of the actual completion, even if it's delivered in January, February, in March, the rent will start in December of this year. So there is a contract and there is a lease agreement which is submitted to the authorities and the tax authority. So this protects you from both the lease and the ownership.
So the ownership will we get when will you get the ownership? After we pay? Is it after we pay the full payment of the?
So typically the ownership, you get it once the notarial contract is signed.
Okay.
that transfers the title deed to your name.
Yeah.
But if you haven't paid the full amount, then you have a debt towards the developer to repay, right? So if you repay the full amount, then you have a free debt property in your name. If you don't pay the full amount, then you debt. And if you don't pay it, obviously, until the agreed, let's say, payment plan, okay, up to the delivery or up to the whatever deadline where you set, then we have the legal power to get back from you. It will be withdrawn from your property.
So the property can be withdrawn. It means, or when we fail to,
When you first pay.
or when we decide to waive the golden visa application, so we will get the guarantee. We will get the guarantee that the pay will back to us.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay. Is there any money that guarantee if in the meanwhile we decide to we read the etiquette of the visa, then we take mine to buy the visa. So will we get the money back, and also the hotel gain? It is already any the in the rental investment in the rental income, we will get the money back
The rental income you will not receive until the property is complete.
until copy complete.
So you cannot get any capital gain because you won't have any ownership.
But
Until-
today, the money that guarantee.
Money by guarantee is not possible because there's a contract in place. This contract will transfer the ownership in your name. It will not be my property anymore. You see what I'm saying? Once you pay the full amount and there's a contract, this will be your name. It won't be my property anymore. You will have the ownership of the property.
But we can sell it.
But you can sell it. Exactly. So it's a freehold ownership. You can exit the investment. Okay? But because it's not in my hands anymore, I'm not able to guarantee your money back because it's a transaction basically notarial. That does it make sense?
What about if the project is complicated?
Not
The
complete.
agreement?
What do you mean? Yet?
It's not completed, and then we want to. Is it possible for us to get the money back?
If it's not complete ever, you mean?
Yes.
If it's not complete ever, first of all, you have again the contract, which you basically go. First of all, in the contract, for every day delay that we are basically, for every day we delay the delivery, we are responsible for compensating you on X amount of yours. Okay?
But
What?
it's month of
Yeah.
euros, but
What's the question?
per month or
Per
per
day, every day. Every day that we delay, we are obliged to compensate you. Okay? So this is first of all our responsibility by the law. By the law. Secondly, you have a paper, a very important paper. It's a title deed and it's a notarial contract. This you can go to the jury and basically start on the biggest. Or make the company repay you for all the losses. At the end of the day, though, don't lose the property ownership. At the end of the day, whatever happens, you still have the ownership of the property. You still have the title deed. This is the most important part of all. You still have the ownership. You have something, right? Regardless of what is completed. So there's compensation, there's legal protection, and you have a freehold ownership of that. All these are guarantees. If we go now to a practical example, I showed you some certifications before. These are important certificates. The reason why I mentioned this and we presented it is that I told you there's AA credit rate. Our company is AA credit. This is higher credit rate than banks in Greece. And I would guess that when you go to bank to lend some money, probably you won't ask them, what if you're not able to give me money back? right? Usually you go to the bank and say, here you go. I'm just explaining as a practical example in terms of the credit level. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, there was a question about how fast it takes to complete the property as on average.
So how fast will take computables? It really varies. It really varies whether it's renovation, whether it's new build, whether it's things as in whether it's a big size, 100 unit or 10 years, right? It really varies. I can't tell you an exact figure. I mean, newly built generally take between 18 to 24 months, and renovation between 6 to 12 months. I think these are relative good range, but again, it depends on the size of the property and the construction that is being done on the property itself.
So all the property inside interior is fully renovated, is fully new.
Our model as a strategy of a company, because this is not necessarily that everyone does this. Everyone has their own strategy. Some people choose to go take a small shop in an old building, convert it, give it back to the market. Our strategy is very different. Our strategy will take the whole building of the property, okay, and we'll fully renovate it inside out. We reinforce the foundations and the existing structure, and we made only case of the renovations.
Also the plumbing,
The plumbing, the electrical, everything, the plugs, yeah, the phrase, the facade. I can go on, yeah, go on, everything. I really like that we have very challenging questions today. Keeps me pumped.
do you have the career of the property? I mean, I just
Renders. We have renders at the moment. And we have, for samples, we have real videos that you want. I can show you. We do have.
because you're saying it's fully furnished, right?
Yes.
Can we see the interior of the restaurant?
And Judith, do you have interiors here? The basement.
Some of the, yes, but maybe I'd have to.
But basically, you want to see whether it's actually nice interior or IKEA quality or whatever.
Actually, I guess that it looks a little bit like Q2 because I think they might have been getting the same sapphires.
That's one. That's a very rare resident, right? That's one of the studios here that you see. This is render. This is render, yeah. I mean, we don't have complete yet conversion, but if you want, from the properties I have already completed, I can show you from past projects. So what I can show you later on through my iPad. Yeah, I'll show you all projects, how we complete them, how we finish them, interior, everything. Yeah.
I have seen it. So for all the properties that we promote, I usually like to see it, and I've seen it. Yeah. So actually, we spend half a day, more than half a day, and one of the things I say is, I don't only want to see each project, I want to see properties that can completed. So we actually went through and saw a few properties that's completed, but the key under the so we could log in and have a go at the properties. It's stable quality. I can tell you they are much better quality than the buildings that you get over here. I always pick on things, and there I couldn't pick on very much. Well, they were good quality. Including it is good. Yes. So it comes fully furnished, going quicker. You don't need anything. Can just move here. It's so the beds, and including washing machine, the hob, fridge, everything aspect that. Because they're also into a particular market of tenants, right? So the tenants are wanting to sort of furnish. But if you want to stay there, and the rental guarantee is for shake,
and then just keep it and stay there as well. Like and languages issue also it's.
I can guarantee you, we don't have a contract with IKEA.
This one looks slightly bigger than the previous. Does it mean that you have like the 1 bedroom?
Yes, we have 1 bedroom. Mainly, so there's a 1 bedroom is for 215. If you go beyond around 315, then you can go also 2 bedroom properties. We have, mostly 1 bedroom for this kind of investment, but we have a few options for 2 bedroom too.
So in this area is about 7,000 square meters. So when you look at it, it depends on the budget, how big a place like one. And you can go back to the floor plan actually. So the unit that I recommend is actually we can go to the Novus floor plan first. So there's 2 that I recommend. This one. This is on the first floor of the first building that I showed. So you go in, the bedroom will look almost alike to that bedroom that you saw. Then the bathroom as well, almost alike, because actually their fittings all look almost the same inside. And then there's the living room over here and the kitchen area over here. And it would look, the floor plans might change, but the equipment and the fittings and the furniture looks very similar. So this is one. I really like this floor plan. And then there was another one as well that the floor plan is also very nice. And that one faces the back. I think I really like it a lot. I think you will like it a lot. So this one, this building has a lift. Again, it's rare. There's an entry. I like to look at like construction materials and all that and what lifts and all that. So this one, entryway, again, a really nice L-shaped kitchen, a dining and a living room. And then the bedroom, bathroom, this one has a study. So it will look, So, it's a private lift. It's not a private lift, but this development only has 16 apartments. In each level, there are 3.
What happened to fit up to live in a 50 square meter apartment?
I see. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a
actually there's a full unit here, but this is only the property problem there. So the whole floor. But there's actually 2 units here in this floor. It's one of the problems.
Yeah. Oh, this floor has 2 units. So one at the front, facing the front. I really like this one. It's facing the back, and you will see a tree or 2 trees at the back. I can show you on Google Maps. This one is on the first floor. Really nice apartment, I think. Really suitable for a young couple.
So this is a 47 square acre?
Yes, this is 47 square meters.
So price is 293,000?
Yes, this one is 293,000. So then you only need to spend 250,000 for the golden visa. So if you want to bring it down, there are some ways that we can sort of twist his arm, and the 4% rental guarantee, we can negotiate for some of it to be paid upfront, and then we try and negotiate for a discount and negotiate. Bustomi will know I'm very firm with developers, as firm as I can be.
So in the unit, rent it out for 5 years. Both of the visa, the renew after 5 years.
Yes.
So who will pay the renovation after the use up for 5 years?
The maintenance of the property.
Anyone damage, just say.
The maintenance of the property is covered within the context of our lease agreement. So it's covered by us very much. You don't have to worry about maintenance, insurance, security. Everything's covered by Forex.
So all the property maintenance and all that. That's why actually I like dealing with them. It's very clear. We actually deal with 6 other developers, large developers, and some their 4% rental guarantee is gross, and then I have to go and do a whole calculation on how much they get net.
and usually it comes up to about 3%. Yeah, but this one is gross. All you have to do, and this one is net. All you have to do is pay 15% tax on it, and then there are deductibles. Like if you visit Greece and all that, you can actually deduct that. Accountant will help you, so you end up paying like 10%. The property rental tax is 15%. The property tax is about 200 per year, but the developer covers that at least during the time of the rental guarantee. Yeah, 200 to 300 per year. Cheap.
The tax will not cover. The tax will not cover.
You don't cover the
Property tax, rent, income tax, the only responsibility from your side.
yes. So then the property maintenance, which is under the body corporate of the building, or we call it in Philippines dues, or property management, we call it here. They cover that too. So the property management will usually consist of course, maintaining the property. This property has a gym, maintaining the gym, the lifts, the common area. This one has a concierge, so that's under them. And then it will also cover insurance. So the property management company needs to buy insurance. That's also covered by them. So you get 4%. It's a really good deal. We get 4% back.
So again, how much is the property?
The property rental tax is 15%. The property tax is to keep the holding cost is about 200 per year, but that they cover that. But the purchasing tax of the property is 3.09%.
The property tax, it was calculated by the National Statistical Organization last year, an average of 0.1% of the commercial price. It's one of the lowest here.
0.01.
0.1%. 0.1.
0.1% of the value of the property annually.
Annually.
So they calculate as 0.1% of the value of the property, but they haven't changed the value since don't know when. So next steps is you may want to do two things. One is if you're keen on any of these properties, then there is a reservation agreement and you pay 10%. And then after that, you negotiate with the developer for the rest of the payment until the property is completed. The next step is also we arrange with the lawyer for them to assist you to do the property transaction as well. So two steps, one with the lawyer, and the other one is a reservation of these properties. And so if you're keen, these ones, don't wait too long. The property prices are increasing. I'm very sure the next building they launch, the property price in the same area, property prices will increase by 5-10%. Because the building prices are increasing. Construction cost is increasing.
I just want to ask your confirmation what I read from the website of migration government HIC. They said that the first one, that this golden visa is permanent resident permit investor.
Yeah.
So is it the permanent residence to get golden visa? So we will get the permanent residence. Is this the question? The second question is, I read also here.
They said that a certificate issued by the notary who composed the purchase contract or the retirement deed for the lease of hotel accommodation facilities or furnished houses purchased in complex tourist accommodation facilities, which certifies the personal data of parts contracted, the information concerning the property, the type of payment, etc. So what I got from is what I read. I think that I want to confirm. I in my opinion from this what I read, that the golden visa is appropriate for those who purchase the property in Greece it is furnished houses for tourists,
But you say that the property you offer to us is converted property from the commercial to the resident that will be granted to the citizen of the Greek. So what about this I need this regulation in his government. What you offered us, if it is not met, will we get the golden visa then?
Okay, so the first rule I tell my children is don't believe everything you read on the internet. Okay, yeah.
But okay.
Yeah. Date. Yeah. That is the old rule.
We together, we have issued 400 golden visas. Like head track record, like our team here, 400 golden visas. We have in our company 15 lawyers. 15 lawyers. And they have another team of lawyers. I can guarantee you, I wouldn't invest my own money in building this product if it wasn't eligible for golden visa for you.
Yeah. So, okay.
So to let you know, I don't know what you read here, but I guarantee you, but more than 50 is eligible for golden visa.
Okay. What you are reading is the old rule before the 1st of August, before the 31st of August 2024.
It's not.
No?
Because it's about 2 years. So it's a bit different.
Yeah. It's different.
You can look into it. I don't know what exactly you read.
Yeah.
But again, what Judith said, I think is very, very correct. The more you Google different sources, you'll be confused. This is why we're here, because I came all the way from Greece, tell you what, we have eligible about the specialty in, achieving your goals for your family. This is why I'm here. I'm not here to say something which is inaccurate. And this is why the ladies have been, all the year, has been 15 years in the industry, because they want to provide you with knowledge of their expertise. This is expertise which they've gained through time and through a lot of golden visas transactions, right? And at the same time, also, we have a very strong team back here, so we're not of lawyers, of legal. We can guarantee you whatever we present you today, it is eligible for golden visa.
So, also the next step is for you to chat with a lawyer or two or three regarding the golden visa rules.